Have you seen her
Hey,
lately?
friends.
Oh,
I
sorry.
have. But, hey, friends. Your favorite besties are back for another episode of No Ma'am. I'm Will, and I'm joined by my podcast co-host in chaos.
Jhoany, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a single episode of No Ma'am.
All right, friends. If you're wondering what we were talking about before we started the episode, we were
We
talking
were
about how
thirsting over
fine
Pythia.
Pythia is. We were thirsting over Pythia. And if you don't
Listen.
know, Pythia is a runner-up from what season of Canada's Drag Race was she on? 2?
2 and
Yes.
Global All-Stars.
And Global All-Stars, which she was robbed. No shade. But
I mean, half the queens were.
I mean, it's fine, but we digress. But we are back recapping Canada's Drag Race Season 6, Episode 3. And so this season was a first. There has never been a choice in which the queens get to choose between either competing in a design challenge or taking part in the iconic Snatch Game. What are your thoughts?
So I have always said that one of my favorite things about Canada's Drag Race is their constant innovation and the way they make twist on the classic challenges. It's always something different. It's always something unique. Does it always work out? No. But at least they're trying something different. With this, again, I appreciate that they tried something different, but I don't think the queens should have gotten a chance to opt out of Snatch Game. Snatch Game is a quintessential drag race challenge. It's where you really get to see like who the top queens are usually, who's like really struggling. So I feel like every queen who wants to make it to the finale should go through it. Like I don't think they should have had a chance, like an option to opt.
Yeah, I'm just confused as to why they did it this way. Like, my brain couldn't understand why they gave them a choice between two challenges that normally take up a whole entire episode.
That it did feel very rushed too.
I'm like, the Snatch Game is normally like its own thing, and we get to see all the girls like go through their character development and they ask more questions. And then the design challenge is normally like the whole process. We see girls breaking down, but it felt like it was a split premiere, even though this already premiered together like before. Like, so it was weird. It was different. Did it eventually come together? Yes. But I would have loved to see, I would say, more of interaction between the two different groups. I feel like the Snatch Game, the girls were just there. And then the ones who were competing in the design challenge, they were there. And then with the design challenge, the girls did the same looks that they got from Snatch Game. And that was that. So we didn't get a runway. Like it was interesting to say the least.
Yeah. Honestly, the whole like them coming back out on the runway with their Snatch Game looks I thought was really weird. I think they should have at least put something different on. And I would have loved to see what the other queens were gonna do for Snatch Game. I would have loved to see Hazel, Dulce, and PM do Snatch Game.
I would have loved to see Van Gogh do Snatch Game. I would
Same,
have
so
been
she
like,
could flop.
I don't think she would have flopped. I think she would have found a way to be really funny or be shady. So I'm wondering to see what character she would have chosen, because it would have had to lend itself to someone who is like really shady, and she can lean into that piece because she's a really shady person, and I love that about her. I still think it's not how she does it. It's not what she does. It's how she doesn't. I would say we shall see the development of Van Gogh as we go along. Okay. So we see that the girls either, like I said, the girls get to choose design or Snatch. For a Snatch Game, we have Emily Bell, we have Caramel, we have Sultina Shaker, we have Sammy Landry, and we have Velma Jones. And then for the design challenge, we have Dulce, Hazel, Stardoll, and Van Gogh. Now, that left PM was the only one that did not get a choice to choose something, choose either Snatch Game or the design, because by the time her name was called, the only, I guess, cauldron or whatever she had was
Potion.
for the design challenge. No, potion, thank you. The only potion that she had left was for the design challenge. The opposite could be said about Maya Fox. By the time Maya's name was called and she was the last one to be picked, there was no potion available. So she get to choose whether she wanted to do Snatch Game or she wanted to do the design challenge, and she chose to do Snatch Game. I didn't think that was fair, especially because PM didn't get an opportunity to choose what they were doing, and then Maya got an opportunity to choose what they were doing. I didn't think that was fair.
No, but I mean, you can always count on Drag Race to be shady, so I wasn't shocked.
Sure. You're right.
You know what would have been more interesting though? If they had Maya Fox pick one of the girls' spots and kick the other girl to the other side. I think that would have been really dramatic. Like she'll be like, all right, I'm taking like Van Gogh side. I'm taking her potion. She's kicking rocks and going over to do Snatch Game.
Yeah, I think we did have a little bit of shade, and I felt bad for PM because PM was victim to
Oh
the
my
shade, and
god.
but at the same time, listen, it's a game, right? So I understand. Listen, I love Hazel, so Hazel really can't do no wrong for me. I live for Hazel.
I don't think she did wrong. I think that was totally fair of her. I just felt really bad for PM because you could tell how excited and happy she was that it was like, oh, it's my girl Hazel who's picking. I'm gonna get picked next. Like she was so sure of it, and she had the biggest smile on her face, and you saw that smile disappear in 0.25 seconds as soon as she called out Van Gogh. My heart broke. I was like, oh my god, poor thing. Like she genuinely believed she was about to be picked, and then nope.
Yeah, and it's because you know that she probably wanted to do Snatch Game. She did not want to do Design
Yeah,
Challenge because
yeah.
she didn't have the the skills for to do the Design Challenge, and we saw that, and I felt so bad. Like I felt bad for her when she was when they were having like a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And I get
Yep.
it. This is something that you've worked hard for so long, and then you have an opportunity. Do you think that your friend is going to be there for you, or friends? Because the girls like to use friends really loosely, especially in these competitions. I would say, listen, it's an acquaintance. You probably know each other, but I don't know how friendly you are in the competition. Outside of the competition, or y'all besties, probably. Like, but inside competition, you got to realize that there's going to be some things that you have to look out for your game. It might sound selfish, but you got to be able to play the game. And I think Hazel
Absolutely.
played the game,
Yep.
and we saw it at the end result.
Mm-hmm.
So, how we're going to do this is we're going to talk about this a little differently. We're going to talk about Snatch Game, and then we're going to rate or go into the actual design challenge looks. So here we have Snatch Game. We have Cara Milk as Flavor Flav. We have Velma Jones as Jason Trudeau. We have Saltina Shaker as Albert Einstein. There is Sammy Landry as Marjorie Taylor Greene. We have Maya Fox as Teresa Caputo. And we have Ebony LaBelle as Kiki Palmer. Okay, so I said this earlier before we started filming, but I don't understand the idea to use Marjorie Taylor Greene. One, she's not Canadian. Two, not to say that it matters, but she's not Canadian, and so a lot of folks is not going to understand who Marjorie Taylor Greene is unless you are paying attention to American politics. And our politics is in shambles, so you really don't want to pay attention to our politics. So, like, and Marjorie Taylor Greene is not funny. I know she talks
At all.
about like Jewish space lasers and and she's a bodybuilder and all this stuff like this, but she's not funny.
Mm-mm. And like, how do you make her funny? Like, haha, like fuck trans people, fuck black people, fuck immigrants. Like, that's not funny, girl. Like,
Obama.
she's really hard to make funny. Obama, like, that was stupid.
It was
Like that was
misplaced.
exactly like it's just no. Like that was a choice. I
Yes.
love
And then she
Sammy,
said,
but that was
and
a
then
choice.
Sammy was like, Jesus. That's also misplaced. And then it was fun because obviously Maya as
It's
Teresa was
Teresa
like,
made it
Jesus don't
funny.
love
Yeah.
you. Yes. But she's not a funny person,
Mm-mm.
Marjorie Taylor
At
Greene.
all.
But what was funny was the way Sammy spelled her name.
I didn't pay attention
I'm
to
not
that.
sure if I'm not sure if you paid attention to how Sammy spelled her name, but Sammy spelled her name how you said.
I mean, that makes sense. Okay, that's funny.
That's funny, right? And then obviously the wig and the bad makeup, all that stuff was really funny. But it was cringe because Marjorie Taylor Greene is not funny.
She's not at all.
Um, Also, we live for caramel. But it was poor
That was
thing. Her Flavor Flav. Oh, caramel.
her favorite
We're
flavor had no
sorry.
type of flavor. That was a choice.
And
It was just for me. It felt very cringy. Like she was trying too much, but it didn't feel like enough at the same time. It was weird.
yeah, yeah. And then they kept saying, well, how do you feel about doing Flavor Flav? Because Shea Coulee did Flavor Flav and it was
Yeah,
one of the best
it's
Snatch Game characters. And I'm
yeah,
like, don't get me wrong, like no shade to Shea Coulee and All Stars 5. It was an okay, like
yeah.
Snatch
I
Game
don't remember it
character.
being that good, honestly. I also don't. I've the only one I really remember in season 5 of Snatch Game is like Eartha Kitt.
Jujubee, a sensible
Yeah,
74.
yeah. And I don't think Shay compared to that at all.
And so that's why I was a little confused as to why they was like, oh, but you did like Shea Coulee. And I'm like, I get it. Shea Coulee is an amazing drag queen. Like
Mm-hmm.
an amazing drag queen. But that
She's not good
wasn't
at
one of the
Snatch Game.
most standout. That just wasn't the one that stood out to me as far as like a memorable, iconic Snatch Game. Was it a
Mm-mm,
good
at
Snatch
all.
Game? Yeah. But And it was also the first time we had Flavor Flav, so I get it. Those two are doing Flavor Flav. It's a reference. I understand you have to reference, you have to think, but I just felt like the editing was putting so much in a basket for Shay's Flavor Flav, as if it was like Jimbo's what she did, Shirley
Joan.
Temple, or Jimbo's like Joan Rivers, like
Yeah.
that iconic.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jimbo was the first Snatch Game winner from Canada's Drag Race, so like smell my finger, come on now, like
You miss your mother? Smell my. Oh, I fucking love that.
like that's amazing. We had, and then don't get me wrong, freaking Rachel Zoe, that Cynthia Kiss, Rachel Zoe, I die,
I
I
vaguely
die,
remember that, honestly.
I die.
But like usually when I think Snatch Game Rachel Zoe, I think Laganja, but not in a good way. It was just she was so bad that that's what I just like think of.
No, like we've had some really good Snatch Game characters. Melinda Verga, Manny
Oh
Pacquiao.
my God, Manny Pacquiao. She's like, what's wrong with this Jesus? This is not my Jesus. First of all, I don't
We
know what
had
it is
some,
about Canada Snatch Game and them like referencing Jesus, but every time they do, it's like the greatest thing ever, and I just die laughing.
yeah, because they're like, it's not my Jesus. But we've
It's not
had
my
some really
Jesus.
good Snatch, we've had some really great Snatch Game characters though.
Yeah,
Like
no,
we did.
definitely. And I don't think
Even
any of these girls compared to that. Like yes, Maya was funny, but if you were to put her up against some of these other queens, like I don't think she I think she'd get a little lost. I think she looked great because of these queens, and she did do good. I'm not gonna say she did it. She was really funny, but I think like if you were to put her again with some of like these Manny Pacquiao's and the Zoes or whatever the fucking name is, I don't know if she would look as good.
I think she would. I think it would still be probably like the middle of the pack. I don't think she would win
Like,
that Snatch Game with the other
uh-huh.
ones, but I don't think she would do bad. And the reason
No,
why I
yeah,
say that is
absolutely.
because I still think Teresa Caputo was a good character. I just think it's because they remember we're doing two challenges in one, so it
Hmm.
is condensed. If we probably would have seen the whole entire Snatch Game, and it's, I we probably would have been like, oh yes, like Maya is killing everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, she was funny and she was volleying with the girls pretty well, especially with the racist. But I forgot where I was going with it. She was funny. She was funny.
I think the funniest part was not even her volleying with Marjorie Taylor Greene and pretty much just hands down, just knocking everything that Marjorie Taylor Greene said like out. She was like, "No, we're not doing that." I thought the funny thing was the judges was catching strays. She was throwing shade at Pythia left and right. Pew 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 pew. I thought that was great.
That and who was it? Oh, the Melinda Verga stray. She's like, oh yeah, I know. She's like, she did my makeup. She's like, yeah, I know.
That also freaking Isis Couture dropping the accent, talking about read this man. And then Brooklyn is like, that accent went away. What happened? She goes, no, 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 it's back, it's back, it's back, it's back.
I think I want Isis back for another round. I know she quit last time, but like, bring her back. Bring her back in the no
I think
winners.
I think she's in a better space now. And you can tell. I
It
think she's
looks
in a
like
better
it.
space to come back, and she looks like she's back to like season 2, Isis Couture.
Uh
And you
huh.
can tell that whatever she was going through, who can't like she's back. And that's the Isis that we love,
Put
that we love to
her.
see.
I I want her on all winners too.
Yeah, for sure. Or like, yeah, I think an almond, or maybe a global.
I I feel like she'd be mistreated on Global. Like that's why I want her on all winners. Like where she can't be eliminated.
Okay. I mean, it's going to have another one, so just win.
That
Who knows? But
might be
it
5
will
years
have
from now.
another one.
Might be next season. Who knows?
Who knows, right? Okay. And then we had Albert Einstein. Yes. I guess we can talk about the big elephant in the room, the Jason Trudeau. And
Jason.
Velma Jones is Justin. I don't know. I keep saying, I don't know, Canada. It's Justin or Jason?
It's Justin.
It's Justin Trudeau? Is it?
Yeah.
Why don't it sound right?
Yeah. Girl,
Justin?
you're supposed to be the
Justin?
smart one.
Justin? I am the smart one, but I don't keep up with Canada's politics. I'm sorry. It's bad enough I have to keep up with ours.
Girl, it's Justin.
Yes. Okay, JT.
First of
Jhoany
all,
as
Velma or Jhoany as Justin looked fucking good. Like I was just staring at the man like, what you doing after Snatch Game? But that performance was bad. Those jokes were a choice. They were not landing. It was so cringy. It was like, ooh, girl, save yourself. Oh no.
the thing about why that performance was so bad is because she came in with the Justin isms. So
Huh?
like the chocolate, oh, I'm gonna like, I'm here, I'm fighting for my country again. So she had these bits that would work if she placed them correctly. And so I think that's the problem with a lot of the people on Snatch Game. Improv is hard. I've taken numerous improv classes. I can and volley with a lot of people in terms of like being off the cuff and being able to do that. But improv, to be able to say yes and, especially in a pressure cooker like the Drag Race, I'm sure is there's a lot of stuff that happens. You may go into this with an idea of what you're gonna do, and guess what? You see the lights, them questions start coming at you. You draw a blank. You like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what
Yeah.
happened to her. Is she knew that she knew the jokes that she wanted to say about Justin. She just couldn't land them correctly.
Yeah. It was very I felt bad. And I think everyone else did because they were all like, "Ooh, girl, like dig yourself out of this hole right now."
Yeah. And one thing I do want to mention is I was confused as Sultana's Albert Einstein.
Why was he like a fag? Like I was a little confused. Why was she making him like kind of like a whore ish? Kind of. I don't know. Or like a douche. I was
I was
confused.
I wasn't confused at him being like gay. I was like, oh, that's fine. Oh, cute. Like, I love that. You want to make him gay? Sure. That mustache is gay enough. I just was confused as why he was so cringy and like a weird, like, it's a weird way.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was horrible. Definitely wasn't the worst performance of the week, but I was like, girl, you lucky that like there's a beaver. Or like that
Yeah.
some girls are worse than you.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Ebony LaBelle as Keke Palmer, good choice for Ebony. I thought the choice of Keke Palmer was good. I don't think it was enough Keke in that Palmer.
No, she could have taken it way further. Like it was way too safe. There's so many more iconic quotes that she could have used. She did not take it far enough for me.
Yes. I was excited when Brooklyn was like, look, it's Keke Palmer. And then she was like, you know it's your girl. And I was like, yes, that's Keke. Yes, right? Like that's
But then
what you do. And then it didn't go nowhere.
yeah, it didn't really go anywhere after that. I was confused. I was like, oh no, girl, what?
I was like, she could have been like, that's a slave him. If she would have said that, I would have lost it. Like, that's a slave him. She could have said that. She could have been like, sorry to that man. Like, and it's I don't know him, right? Because she said the same thing about Dick Cheney. He was a politician. She was like, sorry to that man. She could have did the "We did it, Joe," like when she was talking to Kamala, right?
She
Like
could
that would have been like, we did it.
she could have fuck. She does a wonderful impression. I think of Angela Bassett. Was it that?
Angela Bassett,
Yeah, she
yes,
could have
she
done
did.
that. Mhm.
And I don't want him, and I don't want him no more. Like she could have, she could,
Oh my
she
god,
could.
yes. Or she could have done that Wendy Williams bit where she was like, "That gag is you weren't there."
She was like, but Wendy, but the gag is. You wasn't like it's a lot of Kiki isms that she could have
Yeah,
done that I would have been so excited because Kiki is a drag queen.
basically,
Like
honestly, like,
like like Kiki is a gay man and we live for Kiki Palmer.
mhm,
But it was a missed opportunity. It just needed more Kiki in that Palmer. And I felt like she was almost there. And I was excited.
mm,
But
yeah,
it was a rush snatch game, so I don't think I can be able to say that this was a bad snatch game or a good one. I just felt like it was rushed and it was
it was
there
definitely very,
to me.
yeah, it was just meh.
Now, speaking of Snatch Game, the design challenge was really to, I guess, design a look for like the after parties of like the Snatch Game. So it's kind of like a Snatch Game after party ish. And so here we go. First look, we have Star Doll. What are we thinking?
For me, this is, I don't want to say meh, but I'm not sure it's quite soft either. I'm about to invent a whole new thing and be like, I don't know. I don't even know. Honestly, it's just there for me. I don't think it's a bad look necessarily. I think the only two issues I had with this were like with the judges, which was the flopping collars or whatever the fuck that was, and just the fact that the velvet in the middle went in a different direction than the rest of the dress. So that was a little distracting for me. But overall, I don't think this was a bad look.
Did you just say it's bland? So it's a bland, ma'am?
I didn't say bland, but that's a I think that works. Why not? It's just
Oh,
there.
they
For me,
just
it's just like it's an adequate dress that is on her body. That's all it is.
adequate, ma'am? Oh my god.
Work.
Adequate,
That
ma'am?
works. That works. That works. Adequate. It's just
That's
adequate.
so good. It's adequate. Adequate,
Mm-hmm.
ma'am. Oh my god.
Thank you, Tia.
Pedestrian?
Pedestrian. Yeah, no. I like adequate better. It's just adequate.
Adequate?
Yeah.
Adequate. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we just invent another like
Well, yes, we did. Adequate. When
we
something's
said
not really,
adequate?
it's just it's not bad. It's just
There.
it's not good. It's just
It's just
there.
there.
It's just
It's
adequate.
not
It's
even
enough.
it's not it's yeah, it's less I like that. Oh god, you adequate. Girl,
Ooh,
that's
that's about to be a whole
problematic.
new, yeah. Ooh. Ooh,
problematic.
ooh, girl, we about to be out in the club and be like, adequate.
Be like, adequate. Oh my god. Be like,
Adequate with
girl,
the
you
emphasis on the
adequate.
quit.
Oh my god, I'm crying, y'all. No, but Stardoll, it was adequate.
Is
It's
that not the
adequate.
best way to describe it?
It's an adequate dress. It is.
Huh?
Shout out to Tia Coffee. It is an adequate dress. It is just there. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I would say that I think it was a disservice that she did not take the advice of Isis Couture
Yeah, I think that would have elevated the look, and she probably wouldn't have been the bottom.
or went home. But that leads us to the PM because there's been a lot of discourse online about PM versus Stardoll's look.
It's a meh. Like, I don't think it was horrible. I don't think it was that bad. The only real issue I had with this, it's just its simplicity. I think we needed more, especially like, hi, it's a design challenge, and yes, I guess she technically didn't choose this. But my biggest issue was with the trim on the side and the way it just kind of stuck up on the side. I was turned off by it. But again, it was just meh.
I give this a no, ma'am, and I mean this is for obvious reasons. PM did the best PM could do, and the time that was allotted for them, especially because they're not designers. They are not the strongest seamstress or sewers or whatever you want to call them. It's unfortunate, but they did the best they could in selling the garment that was on the runway. So I give them credit for that piece. They were twirling around. They were doing a whole bunch of like splits and whatever. And I'm like, go ahead, like sell it to us,
It,
even though you know that it's a mess.
it was giving Brooklyn trying to pull herself out of that ditch after that horrible Snatch Game.
Literally, very much so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So next up we have Dulce. What do you think?
I think this is soft, ma'am. I think it's a cute dress. It's just not like wow for me. I wish the shawl. I wanted more from the shawl. Like, I think it should be more dramatic. I love the hair that she chose with this though. Not the
Interesting.
one that she did with the her photo shoot, but the one on the runway. I loved it.
This was a yes, ma'am. I thought she looked great. I think it was a really good idea for her to come out with just like a body contrast. I thought it was great. I think she looked good. I didn't know that she could sew. I honestly
Me
didn't think.
neither.
I didn't know.
I was surprised when she went for the design challenge. Maybe just because I think she's funny and I really wanted her to go for Snatch Game, but I was like, oh, okay, work.
Yeah. So speaking, it's really funny because Dulce put on Instagram, like she had like a little TikTok reel or whatever, and she was like, and the caption was, "This is how I feel." She's like the point of view of like being on the bottom of everybody's critiques on my looks, like on Drag Race, like when people's reviewing Drag Race and stuff. And I just thought that was funny. So I put an I oop. Like, because for the first two episodes, we've given her like soft ma'ams. It hasn't been like we didn't think the looks were bad, but we thought like, they just need a little umph to them
They were
in comparison
adequate.
to the other. They were adequate. Oh my god, they were adequate. I think we've just gotten rid of soft and no, I mean
Yeah, and
they're
just
adequate.
adequate. Yeah.
And it's adequate. But this is it's really funny. So obviously there's a whole Reddit thread, and I was going on a Reddit thread rabbit hole. They was like, some people said, I love her energy during the acting challenge. She could have won this week. Someone said she just needs some longer hair, headpieces to balance her out proportionally. That's an easy fix because she has star quality. Someone also said her runway gag went very poorly last week. Obviously, we saw it.
Yeah.
From the conception, the visible tubing on one side is already a bad choice. Then she actually did it. The way it sprayed out looked like it surprised her and didn't achieve a crying look the way it was supposed to land. What else? Someone also said, she has definitely surprised me because I thought she was going to be a total flop. But the only thing I'm not impressed by are her runways. She did great in the
That's
challenge,
me.
brought some drama, was relatable, right? But the runways aren't up to par with the rest of the cast. I think her runways could have been fine in the early seasons of Drag Race. They're not bad, but they're not up to what we, the audience, have gotten used to.
Yeah, and I think that's actually what we said. I think even in the first episode, when we were like, she's a great performer and she's gonna give that, but her downfall is gonna be the runway.
Yeah. And then something that I did want to mention, and I think is very important because we said this the last episode, she did good in one challenge. I have not liked any of her looks, and I really dislike the Mexican references she's using. Why would a gay person want to pay tribute to that? Because they're talking about the Virgin de Guadalupe, and she didn't even execute the concept well.
Who the fuck said that?
I don't know. Somebody on Reddit.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah,
What
you know
you
what?
mean?
And
So I to some extent I understand where they come from. Like, why would you want to reference the Virgen de Guadalupe being queer? Because traditionally, historically, like Mexicans or like religious Mexicans haven't been that accepting of the 2S LGBTQIA plus community. But at the end of the day, it is still part of our culture. It's still part of our heritage. Like I know I have a lot of religious like iconography like that I wear. Am I a religious person? No. I think for me it's just more representative of my culture and kind of growing up with that. I don't believe in a God, but if I were to believe in one, like the closest thing to it for me, because I grew up with it, would be La Virgen de Guadalupe. So I get it. Like, you know, I don't think she's using that reference as a queer person. I think she's using that reference as a Mexican person. And that's totally okay. And I bet you that person who wrote that was probably white.
You know what bothered me about the comment is, and I really dislike the Mexican references she's using. To me, that's very
Like,
pointed because
yeah.
why is it? Do you have a problem with the references, or do you have a problem with the fact that she's Mexican? And I think that's why representation on television is so important because we have people who think this way, right? And we said it on a previous episode. We talked about a little bit of the microaggressions with names and why names are so important, and why we
Mm-hmm.
felt like it was important for us to talk about why that was such a big moment for us, you know, two
Mm-hmm.
people who look like us.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is important for her to represent her culture on the stage of Canada's Drag Race.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there should absolutely nobody should have an issue with that.
No, and I also think for this dress, the reason why this is a yes ma'am for me is I love the body positivity. Like
Yeah.
it's a testament to being able to love the skin you're in and coming out and say, I'm going to have a dress, I'm going to make a dress that's going to hug every single one of these curves. And I think
And
that's
then she
very
also show off
important.
skin.
That's
Like she
important.
showed off a lot
I
of
think that
skin.
is yes. And she didn't look bad. And I think that's
Mm-mm.
also where like where as a community we gotta get better.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like there has to be a big tent for everybody, and we need to like stop this nonsense of I get everybody has their preference, and that's understandable. But it's one thing to prefer something, and it's another thing because you don't like something, you say no, like it's disgusting, and it's not.
Yeah.
Or I dislike those Mexican references because that whole sentence was racist.
Very. Who wrote that, Marjorie?
I mean, she could have. But again, love the dress. But I just thought that the fact that they have a whole Reddit thread about Dulce is hilarious to me. And that
I
means that she's
mean,
doing something right.
that I was about to say. Literally what I was about to say. Any
Okay.
publicity is good
Then
publicity.
hello. Like just make they saying my name. All right. Then we have Van Gogh. What do we think?
I did not. I know like the judges were loving it and people loved it. And I don't know if it's just me kind of letting the bias get to me because of how I kind of feel about what she's done in the season so far. I just don't think it was that great of an outfit. It's a soft man for me. Like it's good. It's cute. I love the hat. I just wasn't gagging over it like everyone else was.
This isn't over. This is so good. Van did that. Like she did that. Okay. This was really good. I was impressed. It's one thing, you know, when the girls be saying, "Oh, I'm a seamstress. Oh, I could sew. Oh, I'm a designer. Oh, I could do it," right? And then they put out something. I'm like, she can design. She said, "Give her a design challenge. She's gonna give you what you want." Shout out to Roxy Andrews.
But it's not what
And
I
like
want.
this is good. And she was it's an attention to detail. The fact that she made a shoe cover, come on now, come on now.
Yes, but when I think of somebody that says, "Oh, I'm a seamstress, or I know how to sew, and I'm gonna turn out design challenge," I think of like Utica or like Nymphia, like these girls who made these insane outfits in the time allotted, and this just wasn't that for me. Like it's cute, it's a good dress, it just wasn't revolutionary to me.
Okay. It also could be a little bit of your bias, you know that.
I know, and I said that.
Okay. I just want to point that out there. It also could be a
I
little bit of your
know,
bias, which
I know.
don't get me wrong. Like I understand that because how you feel is how you feel, right? That's perfectly understandable. Because as a viewer, you probably are not resonate. Like she's probably not resonating with you anymore, and that's totally fine. To me, yeah, I don't mind. And it's not because I'm saying that I'm not excusing any of her behavior because I think in the first two episodes her behavior was not okay. But I can take myself out and say, you know what, I appreciate the fact that this is a really great look. I might not like you as a person, but I think your outfit is great.
I again, I don't think it's bad. It's just not. I wasn't gagging over it like everyone was.
True. And I'm not saying I dislike Van Gogh as a person. I'm just using
Yeah.
that as an example. I don't want people to think that, oh, like, I don't
And
like
I
her.
don't
No, I
necessarily
like all these
dislike her
queens.
as a person. I dislike what I've seen of her on Drag Race.
Remember, I just think it's the narrative that we get to see,
Yeah.
right? Like the people that they're
That's what
like, this may not actually be who she is.
I know. And who knows, by the end I might be like the biggest Van Gogh stan.
It's just true. It happens all the time. The people that you
Mm-hmm.
like in the beginning may not be the people you like in the end. So who
No.
knows? Okay. Then we have Hazel. What are we thinking?
Meh. I just don't it's just there. Meh. But it's not adequate. It's just meh.
This is my other over.
What is wrong with you?
I loved it. Listen, Hazel ate that. She ate that. I was not expecting this. Hazel ate that. This is a good
Ate
look.
what?
This is a good look. I get it. She's going to an after party. Hazel's the it girl. She looks sexy. This is good. She ate that. She
I'm
did.
gonna use your favorite word to use. It's very pedestrian. It is. And I think
No,
that
it's
photo
not.
that she posted just confirms that.
First of all, this is a tame one. I was gonna put the one where Venus was grabbing her ass. I was almost about to put that one, and that one was good too. So I ain't gonna lie. Maybe I'll put it in post. But Venus was grabbing that ass, bitch. I'll grab that ass too. Shit, it's a nice ass, and that ain't padded. That's hers.
And you said I was biased?
You know what I'm saying, listen, I told you I want to get hazed. I've been saying that since the first episode, child. Like, listen, Hazel, call me.
Did
God,
you did you refill your Viagra prescription already?
first of all, I don't need Viagra. You tried it. You tried
I'm
it.
sorry,
That's a
Hims.
that's a that's a big leap. Someone is feeling real froggy today. It's a lot. It's a lot. No, but all jokes aside, I really do enjoy it. I think it's the ribbons on the legs. I don't know.
I
I
really
really like
didn't
that.
like that. That for me
Really,
was distracting, and that's the part of it that I really didn't like. The ribbon on the arms and the legs. I think that needed to be taken out, and then maybe I would have given it a better ranking.
I feel like that's what made the
I
look
think it
better.
cheapened the look.
Interesting. What I thought cheapened the look was the pleasers. I'm not really a fan of the pleasers.
I love
She
pleasers
could have got a different pump.
all day, every day.
You do love pleasers. You love pleasers. You live for a pleaser. Me, I'm on the opposite side. I'm not really a fan of a pleaser.
I love a good stripper shoe.
You really do. You really do. But I mean, it fits Hazel. Like I get it. It fits her aesthetic because this is very like this is stripper. The stripper model stripper, stripperella. That was actually a good cartoon though. I'm not gonna lie.
I've never heard of that. You old?
Pamela Anderson, stripperella.
No, I don't know what the fuck that is.
Was it stripperella or booberella?
Booberella, bitch.
No, it was strip. No, it wasn't Booberella. Booberella is a movie. Stripperella is a cartoon. Stripperella is a cartoon. Yeah, Pamela Anderson. All right. So, because we had two
Oh, it
challenges,
is.
we actually have two winners. So we have Maya Fox as the winner of the Snatch Game, and we had Van Gogh as the winner of the Design Challenge. I thought that was good. You have two winners
Yeah.
from two different things. I thought that was really nice. But here's the catcher. Because there was a winner from each of the challenges, there was also the bottom three for each of the challenges. And
Well, no,
that
it's just the
meant that it
bottom
was
four.
oh yeah, bottom four, excuse me. Is it four? It was two
Yeah, it
and
was just
two?
4 queens, 2 and 2. Yeah.
Oh yeah, two and two, excuse sorry. So it was two no.
Yes, because if they each saved one, there still would have been 4 bottoms.
Oh, you're right. I can't do simple math in my head. So yes, there was four queens.
You're
Four
the
queens in the
smart
bottom.
one.
And I'm the smart one. Today I'm not smart today, guys. But that means there were two beavers at play. So Maya chose Velma and Van Gogh chose PM. And the reason why Van Gogh chose PM is because PM was the only one that did not get to choose whether or not to be in the Snatch Game or the Design Challenge. And I thought by that logic, it made sense. Even though her and Star Doll made like a top three alliance when they came into the thing, but I use that very loosely because they really didn't.
But wasn't she the one who brought it up either way?
She did.
And then she brought it up again this episode, didn't she? Or somebody brought her up again this episode, like before they went on stage.
Yes, she did.
So then that's a shady bitch.
Well, you could the same could be said by Hazel doing that to PM too. Because
Did they make an alliance though? I know that's her best
but
friend outside of Drag Race, but we're talking about what happened on Drag Race. And
there was
she
no alliance that
reiterated
happened on Drag Race.
between
It was only
Hazel and
Van
PM.
Gogh, It was only Hazel. It was only Hazel, Stardoll, Van Gogh. In the beginning, when they first came in, they was like, "Oh, the three of us are gonna look out for each other because you my girls." And it was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna make it to the top three together." Now we saw that after that, Van Gogh said, "Well, is she making an alliance with everybody?" Yes, but Van Gogh did say in this episode that her main alliance is with Ebony LaBelle.
But again, I think she did bring up to them again that they were in an alliance.
She also said in Untucked, if you paid attention to it, guys, if
I
you
did.
listen very closely, Van Gogh said to Star Doll when Star started crying, she was like, "Don't worry about it, baby, you're good." And then ended up saving PM.
That's shady.
I
But I
mean,
was
do you
also
expect it?
shocked. No, I don't expect anything less than from Vanguard, honestly. I was more shocked at Maya picking Velma, just based on what had like transpired early in the episode of everyone being like, "Oh, let's get Velma out, let's get Velma out." And I'm pretty sure she was the one who went to Caramel and was like, "Hey, everyone wants to get Velma out. Are you in?" And then they get the choice, or like she gets the choice to do it, and she's like, "Oh, never mind."
No, that
And
was
even though
Ebony the
she
Better that
wasn't,
went to Maya.
I know, but then wasn't it Maya who went to Caramel, or was it Ebony who went to Caramel too?
No, that was Ebony who went to Caramel and was like, "We need
Okay,
to get Velma
never mind
out."
then.
Yeah.
Never mind then, because I do remember
Yes.
Maya being kind of on the fence, but then I also remember Maya being the one who went to Caramel. But you know, these episodes start to like melt
Yeah,
together
no,
once they
Maya
watch too
said
many.
Maya said to Ebony, she goes, "I understand the opportunity to get a really strong competitor out, but at the same time, I'm really close with Velma, so I'm still like on the
Conflicted,
fence
yeah.
to it because we do have a good relationship." And she also said that in the Untucked too, right? When all the queens was like, "Well, I would choose Caramel." And I would choose Caramel, and I would choose Caramel. And everybody was hinting on the fact that they was trying to get rid of Velma because Velma's a strong
Which
competition.
I was confused by that honestly, because I just felt like it came out of nowhere. Like she's
I
good, but
think
I
it's
don't think
because
she's
Velma was in the first two episodes, though, and she was in the top in the first two episodes. That's why.
okay. What about Saltina?
But Saltina wasn't in the bottom. I think the same could have been said if Saltina was in the
I
bottom.
know, but this fair. But it just felt weird for me for them to come for Velma out of nowhere.
I don't
Like
think
I
it
was
was. I see your point that it feels like out of nowhere. I also think it's only because that Velma was a top contender, technically the only one in the bottom four that was in the top 2 weeks in a row.
but again, like it kind of started like earlier in the episode. Like
I still think it's because she was in the top 2 weeks in a row.
I know that, like I get that. It's just I still find it weird.
It could also be a little bit of the editing, you know. Like we
Yeah,
may be missing something that we don't get to see. Right? It probably didn't make it in the original edit. That normally happens too, right? Like they have storylines and they have things that's behind the scenes, and we only get to see a snippet of it, and we're like, wait, this feels out of place. Like they were strong. Like what happened? Like I'm confused. Like where's this coming from? But it seems like, and it doesn't seem like all of the queens. Honestly, it just seems like Ebony the Bell.
I wonder what she did to Ebony.
Like, no shade. I live for Ebony, but it only seems like Ebony is the mastermind between trying to get the strong competitors out. It don't really seem like nobody else is trying to do that.
I mean, she wants to make it to the finale.
I give it to her. You gotta do what you gotta do. But friends, there you have it. This has been our recap of Canada's Drag Race Season 6, Episode 3. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a single episode of No Ma'am. Go ahead, Jhoany. What do you have to say?
I was gonna say we never spoke about the elimination.
You are absolutely right. I'm gonna edit that out in post. So, where were we?
The lip sync. What'd you think of the lip sync?
I thought it was a really great lip sync.
I thought so too. I think it should have
I
been a
thought
double save.
it should have been a double save, but you think they would have got a double save this early?
Haven't they before on Canada?
A double save?
I've never done a double save in Canada. Huh. I
No, I
don't
mean,
know.
like, yeah, but I'm like this early. Like, have they done a double save this early?
I don't.
Wait, have they ever done a double save?
They have.
Did we ever get a non-elimination from Canada? Has
We've got
Brooklyn ever saved two?
non-eliminations, but I don't know if it's been a double save necessarily. Like we've had non-elimination episodes, but I don't know if we've
Why
ever
do I
gotten
feel
a
like?
double save. I don't think
Why
we
do I feel
have.
like Brooklyn has never saved two girls?
I don't think she ever has, honestly.
Oh my god, Brooklyn! But no, I thought Caramel and Stardoll. I thought they both were bringing it. I was like, my neck. I was playing tennis with.
Yes,
I was like,
I
here,
do
over here, over there.
absolutely understand though. Caramel was saved just because I think she had one thing we always say is like, don't give us everything balls to the wall from the start. You know, kind of like flow into it, build up to it, make us want it. And I think Caramel did that a little bit better, especially with the song choice. But I think it still should have been a double save, honestly.
It should have been a double save. But what I have to say is my girl Caramel was giving a soft and cut.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It was soft makeup. She was
Mm-hmm.
soft.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked real good with it was a clean mug. And I was like, okay, come on. Come on.
Oh, there was one double save in Canada's Drag Race. It was Near Enough versus
I don't remember that lip sync.
it was Near Enough absolutely demolished her. I don't know why it was a double save. It should not have been a double save, honestly. But it
I mean, it's
was.
near enough. Do we expect anything different?
Yeah.
Near enough.
It was. I
is the
think it
lip
was a
sync
RuPaul
assassin of
song.
Canada.
I think it was
Like,
it Call Me Mother? I think it was a RuPaul song. I
I
just
don't
remember
know, but near
thinking
enough
like
is the lip sync
it should not have
assassin.
been a double save.
Like, we, speaking of near enough, we need to get near enough on the podcast.
Oh,
I
we
just realized
should.
that.
But Brooklyn, once Star Doll was eliminated, she broke down. I thought that was so sad, but I thought I was really commending. I commend Brooklyn for like getting off the stage, getting up from the table and going on the stage to console her and just give her some words. I thought that was really kind, and it just shows that like the girls hosting Drag Race who have competed on Drag Race like have a different perspective on what it means to compete because they know what it is like to be eliminated. None of those girls have won except for none of them actually. Have they?
Well, to be honest, Brooklyn has never been eliminated on Drag Race.
Well, she lost. She knows what it's like to not win the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, Flynn is one of my favorite hosts of any franchise. I don't know. I thought that was a really cute moment for her to go up there.
It was nice. It was good. And her
Yeah, and
slippers.
her slippers, Jinx. But yeah, and her slippers. Rue would
We
never.
love that. We'll never. No.
No.
We love that though.
Yeah,
Listen, that's how you gotta do it from head to toe. She made the slippers look real good, so
she did. They look real comfortable. I need some of those slippers.
they really did. I need some slip-on slippers like that, yes.
Mm-hmm.
But okay. So, friends, that has been our recap of Canada's Drag Race Season 6, Episode 3. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single episode of No Ma'am. Until next time.